But that's the type of game you guys got to win at home.
Yeah, no, it wasn't pretty at all. You know, the thing that bothered us was that last goal there. And we want to make sure we eliminate things like that. But other than that, at least we got one on the power play, and we're on the right track there.
I imagine, given how they were supposed to be tired, that wasn't probably the start that you wanted.
No, it wasn't. And you know, we addressed it in the room here between the first and second period. And once we got on our forecheck, you know, they didn't have much after that. So it was just one minor thing that we need to adjust, and then we need the guys to step up and just put the puck in the net. So.
We had talked before about you guys being like more structured on the power play, but it seemed like obviously you kind of had to break the mold there to get that goal. Do you feel like maybe that would make it?
You know what? It's funny because sometimes when you go by the book, you know, bounces don't go your way, or you're a step off, and when you read and react, you know, you just play the game. Good things happen. So you got to find a balance between, you know, that free range and that structured game.
Is Bruce giving you the green light to do that more recently? Kind of like try to be yourself, your old self?
Yeah, he just tells me to be me, and I don't know what that means.
Mike, I apologize if you've been asked this. What's it like playing with Scott? It seems like you guys really have some great chemistry going right now.
Yeah, you know what? It's been great. Scotty, he's so experienced. One thing that he helps me out with is I like to, you know, hang on to the puck and carry the puck, and he's directing me before I even get it. So it makes my job a lot easier. And anytime there's that communication, you know, it's easier to finish.
Hard to the net instead of pulling up, and you got a good shot on.
The Southeast Division is playing you guys a lot tougher. What are you seeing out of these division teams?
You can tell they want to beat us. You know, it feels like we have a bullseye on our back. They really want to try to take over the division, and it's our job to try to hold it. So, you know, we got to be ready for these games.
Playing the more defensive style of hockey that you guys have recently, do you feel like you're getting more comfortable with it?
Yeah, I think we're playing a lot stronger defensively, and I think everybody's starting to buy in. And you know, if we can keep teams to 1 or 2 goals a game, I think we're going to win a lot of games.
How nice was it to see the power play successful tonight?
That was huge for us. I mean, it's no secret we've been struggling on the power play, and to get one late in the game when we really needed it, that's big. Hopefully we can continue that.
How's your confidence level? A couple in the Winter Classic, one tonight.
Feeling pretty good right now. You know, I want the puck, and that's always a good sign. So hopefully we can keep the ball rolling. I thought our line did a great job of forechecking and trying to create energy for the team.
You ever got one?
Well, sometimes when you're fighting in a bit, you'd rather have the playmakers have it. But right now, you know, I want it, especially in the slot area.
How many more, Billy?
Goals have been so hard to come by for you guys. How much, I mean, momentum or energy can you get when you get that first one to tie things up?
It's huge. I mean, just being able to get the crowd into it's big. You know, we haven't been playing great at home, and you know, to get the fans behind us, it just feels like a little bit of a boost and gives the guys a lot more energy on the bench.
Well, especially, also you throw in a power play goal. Those have been especially rare these days, and does that?
Yeah, that was a goal we really needed, and hopefully that's what it'll take to get our power play rolling. You know, we had good entries, which is a good sign. Hopefully that'll carry on to inside play.
How nice is it to see Alex Ovechkin score a goal like that?
It's nice. Glad he scored. Glad we got the win.
That was the first Ovechkin-like goal he really scored.
In a long time, yeah. So hopefully it's a sign of things to come, you know.
That power play goal at that moment in the game right after you killed the penalty, how big was that?
Any power play goal at this time, but I mean, just to get the lead in the third period, it was like a breath of fresh air. You know, it seems when you come off of a shutout, when you get shut out, it seems you're never going to score. Every goal you get is such a difficult goal, and then you go watch the highlights, and every highlight looks like it's an easy goal, and you're wondering if you're ever going to score again.
How good have Mike Green and Scott Hannon been these last 7-8 games with that tandem?
I think they've been excellent, but all of the D have been excellent. Like, I mean, you just look at our goals against in our last 8 games. It's if it's not as good as any team, then I don't know what it is. But it's better than we've ever had it here before in my tenure. But Mike, you could see is starting to get his confidence in his legs, and he's doing a great job.
Simon and Nick still struggling to put the puck in the net. Is that how big of a concern?
Of course, they're 2 of our best players. You know, I mean, I think it's 16 and 14 games now. eventually I got to believe that they're going to score. They're too good of players.
How is Alexander Seven?
I don't know. I haven't. He didn't come back for the third, but I haven't got a report on exactly what the injury is.
Did you go back and look at the pitch by Bernier?
On Semin? Yeah.
What did you think?
It was a hip to the thigh. He opened up and it was a hit to the thigh, so I don't know. Going with a lower body injury.
What have you seen in Eric Fehr? I mean, 2 goals in the Winter Classic, 1 tonight. Do you see kind of more confidence? Is he doing anything differently?
He's got confidence. He's getting more confidence. Eric's a guy that lives in confidence, and he's playing a little bit more. And so those are all good things. And I think if I recall correctly, he started scoring a lot of his goals in the latter half, from the middle to the latter half of the year last year too. So maybe he's just naturally slow starter, and he's going to come on now.
We're not going to be able to see it on HBO, so what did you tell the team after the first period, and then the second period you switched the lines back? What are your thoughts on all that?
I didn't curse. I just said, quite frankly, that we're playing like, we're not forechecking at all. We're getting it in, and we're worried about being positioned and systems, but if we don't go and put pressure on them, nothing's going to happen. That's why I think we had 5 shots in the first period. So, and then we have to be better. I think we're too good to be this mediocre. That's what I said in the first period, and I thought we picked it up in the second period, and I thought we played better in the third period as well.
You've been riding the hot goalie. First was Neuberg, then now it's for Lamo. Are you going to go back to switching them up a little bit?
I gotta sleep on this one. I don't know, but Varley's playing pretty well, so. And I like to win, so I'm superstitious, so I don't know.
You complain about players being stagnant on the power play and trying to do too much themselves. So from that perspective, how nice to see the nature of the power play goal, just 2 quick passes and a nice backhand from Green.
Yeah, it's simple. It's not simple to score, but it's simple plays was one of the big keys in the game, and I talked about that before the game, that when you're in a slump as a real ex-hockey player, you used to try to be real cute with things and to make the perfect play to get out of it, and in the end what you have to do is just work harder and go to the net more, and if you do that, then something will bounce off you and that'll be the jump start to where you want to be.
Another great job by the penalty kill tonight.
Yes.
One of the guys has said that not having HBO around is actually a big relief.
It is. We all feel naked, but it's a good naked. It's you're not under the microscope anywhere near as much. And I've said this many times that the people that did it from HBO were fabulous, and if it wasn't for their demeanor and everything and their professionalism, it would have been difficult, especially the first 2 weeks. But they were so good that it made life, palatable.
What went into the decision to go back to on the forward lines there?
They weren't looking very good, so I had to do something. I don't know, maybe it's just that they're so used to playing the opposite positions that they were doing the wrong assignments, so I thought I'd at least get them back to where they're comfortable and see how that goes.
Did you think about it after the first, as bad as that period was, or did you say, we're going to give them another couple shifts in the second?
Well, I was definitely thinking about it during the intermission. It was just a question of when I was going to do it, and I think I did it. We went through 1 shift and got a penalty, and then once we came out of the penalty, I decided that was the time.